What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy starting game of week 5. It's not, hopefully it ends up still being an exciting game, even though like there are more players injured on San Fran than there are healthy at this point. Like at this point, they might just be rolling out like 6 players on offense, 6 players on defense. Might be a little rough, but we'll see. Mac Jones can air it out. Mac Jones is like 2-0 as a starter this year for San Fran. So we'll see what happens there. Regardless, there are legitimately so many injuries at this point that number one, it's hard to keep track of. So we're here to help you. And number two, we're like, what do you do? What backups do you want to start? What backups do we feel comfortable starting? A lot of questions that we're here to answer for you guys and to help you out. Again, follow this link if you want to get your start sit trade questions answered tonight. I'll be answering all of them before the games get going. And I can do some team reviews as well if you guys are wanting to get your team, or if you want to get your team reviewed, trade recommendations, etc. We do those as well. So follow that link that I just dropped in the comments. It's also pinned as well for you guys. Monk said just traded. What's up, Monk? Appreciate you joining. Just traded Buka for Waddle. I'm assuming that's Emeka Egbuka for Waddle, Ferguson, and next year's 6th in redraft. So this sounds like a keeper style, or can you trade future picks? You're 3-1 right now. I mean, yeah, I think that's a fair deal. I've never seen that before in a redraft league where you can trade away future picks. Is this a keeper, or is this like an actual redraft where you can trade away future capital? It's very interesting to me. Very interesting. JCM or Marks rest of the season? I'll give it to Marks because he's not in a 3-back committee. Worst case scenario, he's in a 2-back committee. Yeah, and Levi agrees as well. What's up, Psychality? He's in. How you doing, man? Appreciate you joining. Traded Keenan Allen. Francisco did for Keenan Allen, Sutton, and Travion for Rice. Is that fair? I mean, in redraft, yeah, I think it's fair. I would probably give the edge to Sutton and Travion, but you're not going to regret it, I don't think, once he's back healthy. So if you're like 4-0, you can afford it. It's an overpay now to underpay later type of thing. I think Rice is going to ball out when he's back. Swave loves the background music. Sweet. I'm glad to hear it, man. FTG, Brees for Bucky. I'd take Bucky hands down. Al Primos, Morning Gang, what's up? What's up, Card Lectables? Braves like that. Do I trade Jamar and Terry for CeeDee Lamb? Yeah, I think I would do that. I think I'd trade Jamar and Terry for CD. CD, once he's back healthy, is going to do really well. Jamar probably be a little more boom bust. Depends on the format. If it's like a start 7, I'd definitely do it. We go on with Browns or Rams defense? Probably want to go with the Browns because they've been more consistent. I don't know. I mean, the Rams are going up against like no one tonight for San Fran, so they honestly could be a decent pick this week. I honestly don't mind that at all. But we have a ton of trade and start sit questions to answer here, guys. So I'm going to head over and do that now. So again, if you want to get your start sit and trade questions answered and want to jump the line, I'll answer as many as I can in the comments for you guys, but we're going to be prioritizing the ones on the site. Follow this link, follow the one pinned in the comments as well. But let's get this show on the road. First one's going to be a start sit from Reddy. Huge fleece, Avery for Rice. Please help. My running backs are sad. Yeah, no, I liked the deal for Rice as well. So looking at Marks as a starter, I feel good about starting Marks, honestly. I don't know about you, but I feel fine starting Marks this week. I'm actually going up against Zach, who has to start Marks because Bucky Irving is injured, and I'm like, honestly, a little bit low-key scared because Marks could pop off. He has a decent matchup this week. He's got the Ravens, and the Ravens their defense is in shambles right now. So let's go with Harvey here. We'll start Harvey. His snap share is going up a bit. Nico, Worthy, Kincaid at tight end. Honestly, a running back outlook this week could be worse. I don't think that's that bad. Harvey and Woody Marks in a week where you have Bijan on bye, like, you'll be fine. Flexing Shakir, DeMarcado. Yeah, we'll go Shakir here. He's definitely the safest option there. Not a super high ceiling. I do think his floor is a little bit higher, though. I appreciate you, man. This is from Goatman. I'm 3-1. Do I need to do any trades for flex? Well, let's look at the rest of your starting lineup first. Jaden Daniels is looking to start this week. No Terry and potentially no Debo, but I think with his rushing upside, you got to give him the upper hand over Goff. Then we're looking at Judkins, Kyron, JSN, Sutton, tight ends, Andrews or Juwan Johnson. Let's go Andrews. He might be a security blanket for Cooper Rush this week, and they have to throw the ball to keep up. Then looking at our bench here, DJ Moore on bye, obviously, Bijan on bye, Terry's out, Aaron Jones on IR. So that's literally, it's Jalen Tolbert. And then Juwan Johnson or Malik Washington. Oh boy, I think I'd go Juwan Johnson. Can't lie. We've got Miami going up against, who are they taking on this week? The Panthers, which is not a terrible matchup in terms of like, the rest of the season outlook, but they actually haven't allowed a ton of production to wide receivers this year. So we'll go Juwan Johnson there. Then you'll recover from the bye week. And since you're 3-1, I wouldn't worry too much there. Gut piece. This is a Dynasty 1 QB 12 team start 9 PPR. Travis Etienne for Chase Brown. I'm holding Etienne here. I'm holding Etienne. If you're going to make a move here for a different running back, trying to pivot off of Etienne, I would try to get a better running back. And it doesn't look like he really has any. Nah, I'm holding Etienne here, man. I don't want to make this deal. I prefer Etienne. His long-term outlook is pretty much the same as Chase Brown's. Like, they're equally as insulated, and neither of them are. So at that point, you just go with the guy that's producing more at the moment. Bank. This is a redraft 1 QB 12 team start 7 PPR. This is Henderson and Warren for Scattaboo and Hunter Henry. Basically going with the better running back, giving up the better tight end for Hunter Henry, and to get the better running back. 0-4, not sure what to do. Chase Brown has been not great, and I need to start winning. Yeah, if you need to start winning, then you got to do what you got to do, right? So, man, this team is loaded that you're trading with. Jeez Louise. You have Quinshawn, you have Chase Brown. Ooh, okay. Quinshawn, Chase Brown, you have Pearsall, who's injured this week. Yeah, you gotta take this if you're 0-4. Desperate times, desperate measures. Just take everything 1 week at a time at this point. So I'm fine with that. That was a good question there, Bank. All right, B-Joy. Don't know if I should start Kyron over Judkins. Daniel Jones and Kyler. We'll go with Kyler. I trust him more. I don't trust either of them, but I trust Kyler more. CMC, and then, I mean, why don't you start both of these guys? Definitely, you have to start Kyron. Looking at your wide receiver 2 spot, it's basically Sutton, McMillan, Godwin. We're gonna go Sutton. Then you have Amon-Ra McBride. I mean, in your flex, you give the upper hand to the running back here. This is not even a question for me. You start both. You start Kyron and Judkins. Easy. That's a great starting lineup, man. Appreciate you. Drop Top Joe. This is Jordan Mason and BTJ for Waddle and Pearsall. So Pearsall's banged up right now. I just feel the urge to get Mason off the team. Yeah, I mean, I don't honestly blame you for that. I'm a little more hesitant to move off of BTJ. I don't hate it. You do need the depth at wide receiver, which is why it makes a little sense here. But you do have a strong running back room. Bucky Irving's injured. Henderson's still not getting the work that we need for him to be comfortably startable every week. Upside obviously lies with BTJ. We just haven't seen what Waddle's capable of doing without Tyreek. Could be good. Could be mid. I'll call this fair. I'm fine making this move. Bitter Hornet says Bashal Tootin and Cortland Sutton for Tet McMillan. This is a 12-team start 7. You're essentially up tiering here. No, I mean I prefer Cortland Sutton rest of the season over Tet McMillan straight up. So we gotta hold Sutton here. Can't be giving a plus to get Tet. we'll stick with Sutton there, Bitter Hornet. This is Trev Libby, Dynasty 2 QB 12 team start 10 PPR. This is Chris Olave and Neighbors for 2 firsts and Garrett Wilson. So essentially Wilson and a first for Neighbors and then a first for Olave. Is this worth it in my current record / team structure? So you have Neighbors. Is there a way to like expand this so I can see your record? I can't see your record. It's annoying. You don't have any picks this year, so you are looking to compete. I don't hate this deal. I think it's fair. I would like to know where those firsts are. Sorry, I got to zoom this out. This is okay, his own first. Or no, this is the wrong guy. Who are you trading with here? I got to find a Garrett Wilson guy. Come on. Where are you at? Of course, it's going to be the last one that I look at. Don't worry. And, of course, it's the last one that I'm looking at. Okay, so it's this team. Is it your own first? I would like to know what first those are. But as it stands, for a team that's looking to compete this season, that's the price you got to pay. Can we, like, try to get a little extra? Can we try to get, like, a productive asset on top? I mean, heck, even like Jordan Mason. This guy isn't competing. Like, get Jordan Mason on top. Get something. Again, guys, if you want to get your start, sit, and trade questions answered, follow this link that I'm dropping in the comments. It's also pinned for you. Bitter Hornet, trade question, redraft, 1 QB, 12 team, start 7 PPR. Woody Marks and Cortland Sutton for Brees and QJ. QJ obviously a little riskier because we don't know how long this will be sustainable. I would assume it's sustainable because he's getting a ton of target volume and he just looks really good. And then I prefer Brees over Woody Marks for sure. I'll take the QJ and Brees side. I'm good with this. Ray X Lewis X Swag offered Neighbors Braylon for HN and a 26 first. Counter with this offer. He countered with Theo instead of Fannin. Was also offered 26 and 27 first for London. I have no interest in Phantom whatsoever. I'm just being completely honest here. This is Achan Hawk and a first for Neighbors. Dynasty 1 QB 12 team start 8 PPR, no tight end premium. So you offered Neighbors Braylon for Achan and a first. And he wants Hawkinson. Okay, first off, no interest in Fannin here. Get someone in that value range that we like more. Like legit, I'd rather have Pittman. I'd rather have QJ. Is this guy low on QJ? I don't want Braylon back either. I mean, this one I would heavily prefer. I don't know if you can pull it off, though. And then just take away Braylon and Fannin and get Pittman instead. Do like first HN Hawk for Neighbors and Pittman, and then I'm good with this. Hopefully that makes sense, man. Again, it's just like the throw-ins that you're getting on top of Neighbors don't really do anything for me. And it's not that I think the deal isn't fair as it stands. It's fair as it stands. But from like a value perspective, if you can squeeze anything else out of them, get something that's more relevant in our eyes than a guy like Fannin. Someone that's going to give you a little more negotiation leverage. Like you would, if you got Pittman, you could flip into another contender and you could get something back. If you got QJ, like I was talking about, which I don't know if that's possible now, but you should try, then really, I mean, who knows how high he's going to move up boards this year. Appreciate you, Ray Lewis. Garrett 91. This is a start sit. We have Jones at QB because Purdy's down. JT Chuba, who's questionable right now, actually, with a calf injury that apparently is nagging him, and it's getting worse. AJ Brown at wide receiver. Do we go Pitti or Olave this week? With the matchup, honestly, probably want to go Pittman. And then Tyler Warren at tight end. And then we're flexing Waddle for sure. I missed Waddle for whatever. Oh, gosh, Chase. My bad. Jeez Louise. I don't have... I can't see. I can't see today, apparently. I'm, like, completely blind. All right. Appreciate you, man. McLovin 2000. This is Jaden Daniels at QB. He's looking to be healthy. ETN Chuba, again, banged up. Want to keep eyes on that. Jacobs over Chuba all day. Or Jacobs is on bye. I'm dumb. Wide receiver, we're looking at, I literally have like the bye weeks on my phone over here so that I don't keep forgetting. We'll go Igbuka for sure. I think Flowers, honestly, is not a bad start this week, even without Lamar. Hunter Henry or Hawkinson. Got to go Hawkinson while that volume is still there with Carson Wentz. And then it's Pitti or Flowers. I think I go Flowers this week. Pittman got hurt at practice today. Yeah, I saw that. He's questionable, isn't he? Let me look that up, actually, see how serious the injury was. Interesting little note. I will disclose to you guys because it's not that big of a deal. But I spent $17 on Michael Carter in the Flock League off of waivers. There were... Obviously, he was the hottest name on the second run of waivers this week. And there were 5 other people, not named me, that put bids on him. The bids were 4, 6, 10, 11, 12, and then I got him for 17. So clearly a lot of demand there. I was curious what you guys think. If you think I overbid, if it was too much overkill, or if it was a nice shot to take. So Pitti gets hurt Thursday. Oh, a hamstring. No. Oh boy. That's not good. I hate hamstrings for wide receivers. That is brutal. Oops, I skipped Delucian's, by the way. Delucian had a trade question. Let's get back to his real quick. This is a Dynasty 2 QB 12 team start 10 PPR. This is Hurts, a second, and Rashad White. So basically Hurts for Stroud, 2 firsts, and Harvey. I already have draft capital, but is it okay for Hurts? I mean, yeah, it's fine. A lot of your value return is draft capital. Like, what if we did this? What if we got like Garrett Wilson and Stroud and Harvey? This is what I like a lot more, especially if you already have a ton of picks. Got 27 picks, multiple 26 picks. Do this instead. I'd rather start like getting strong at wide receiver if you're looking to build for the future. Build a stacked wide receiver core long term. This is what I would do. Dennick said, yeah, Nathan wants Carter for me in the Violet League. Yeah, I was trying to get that Arizona backfield. I sent you a counter, Dennick. I'm trying to up tier in that league. Like, the deal you sent me was fine. Like, I had no issue with it at all. But I would rather get like a significant up tier. I have way too much depth in that league. All right, so we got the ACP 1997. Not sure if I hold neighbors or push all the chips in. I mean, oh gosh, if you can do this with neighbors having torn his ACL in a dynasty league, you absolutely do it. As a contender, just take Bijan. Great question, ACP. If Mixon is out rest of the season, should I keep Marks or trade? If you can get Godwin by giving up Marks, I would go ahead and take the shot on Godwin. I trust Godwin more than I do Marks, and that could end up coming back and biting me, but I don't care here in a redraft. In a redraft, I would take the shot on Godwin. Just traded for Trey Benson. This is from German Starfish. Just traded for Trey Benson before he got hurt. Oh, I was this close to doing that in the Flock League, and I'm like, oh my gosh, praise the maker, I did not. Jahmyr Gibbs, Trey Benson, Ted McMillan, Brenton Strange for Corum, Mason, Kyron, Pearsall, and McBride. We need to break this down. Let's say Kyron, let's say Tet, and Benson for like Kyron and Mason. It's like Pearsall McBride for Gibbs. I don't know, man. What it was a 12 team? This is a 12 team start 8. Yeah, you're gonna have 2 starters this week: Michael Carter and Rashad White to pair with Gibbs. BTJ Waddle, Pittman, Odunze, Hawk. Wide receiver room obviously is going to take a hit here. I don't really want to do this. I want to hold Gibbs. I don't like paying up for a premier tight end right now who's putting up 12, 13 points a game right now. Like, I like McBride. I don't like him that much. Not enough to sacrifice an elite upside wide receiver. I would hold Gibbs here. Appreciate you. ZFence77, this is JJ and a Dynasty for Caleb Johnson, Walker, and Rasheed. Take this and... No. You need to hold J. Jeff here. You need to get more on top of Rasheed Rice. Caleb Johnson doesn't matter. You need a better piece than Kenneth Walker. You need Judkins. If you got Judkins, I would be fine with this. If you got Marv, I would be fine with this. But yeah, no, this was too big of a down tier where you're not getting enough value return. KW 124. Have depth, don't know what to do with it being 1 and 3. So you have Fields, Quinshawn, and Pickens. You're getting Rice, AJ Brown, and Godwin. Ooh, a lot of receivers. If you can afford the loss at running back, and you can, that's for sure. Yeah, take this. Take this for sure. 100%. Drake Canalican. This is Bijan for James Cook and Drake London. Ooh. Bijan, obviously a premier. Oh, this is Dynasty. Ooh, that's even tougher. That's a, second round startup capital guy and James Cook on top. I'm good with this. I think this is fair. Bijan's the truth right now, but I'll take the Cook side. Cook in London. I'm good with that. Space Robot says I'm tempted to start Scat over Kyron. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. Here's the thing, though. If the Rams get the lead early tonight, they're just going to run the ball with Kyron all day, which is very possible. So I don't know. I have a hard time not starting Kyron. I wouldn't overthink it, and I would start the really good running back and a really good offense. Scat's a really good running back and a really bad offense. So yeah, no. If you guys want to get your start, sit, or trade questions answered, feel free to follow this link. It's also pinned in the comments for you. But we are rolling tonight. How are the Cubbies looking here? Cubbies are up 2-0. I think we're in the 6th inning right now. I'm a generational Cubs fan, so I is following the Cubs right now. All right, let's keep answering these. We got Jersey B. This is start sit. We got Allen at running back, Judkins. Bijan obviously sitting this week. He's on a bye. So Judkins for sure, and Hampton for sure, Marv, and then AJ Brown, Keenan, BTJ. So we have to start AJ Brown. And then flex is going to be difficult. So I think you have to flex BTJ. And then it's basically between Keenan, Scattaboo, and Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's going up against Cleveland. I think he's kind of a trap this week. Let's go with Scattaboo. We'll go with the running back. Appreciate you. Naz6 says, rebuilding, is this solid or a bad trade? Ask for a second. Jones, Javonte Pickens fan. And this is a bunch of junk and Pickens for Tet. Yeah, I mean, if you can ask for a second and you can do it for sure. But like I would do it as is. Yeah, no, I'm totally cool taking the Tet side here. Al Primo said, I think I missed it. Are we moving Neighbors for Bijan and Dynasty? If you're a contender and you can pull off moving Neighbors to get Bijan, 100% you're doing that. They were already in the same tier to begin with. Absolutely. Elijah Violet, BTJ and Warren in a redraft for Woody Marks and Bowers. No. I'm not paying up for a tight end that's currently being outproduced by Tyler Warren right now. We're holding BTJ and Warren right now. Bad time to sell BTJ low. Greeny, this is CeeDee Lamb for Garrett Wilson and Rashee Rice. Yes. In a redraft, yes. Yep, I would do this. Rashee will be back right around the time that Lamb is, maybe a week later. And Garrett Wilson's averaging, what, like 17, 18 points per game right now? Not too bad of a pick in the 4th round, huh? My wide receivers would be OP if I did this, giving too much. Bijan, Adams, and Ibuka for James Cook, Rashee, and JJ. So step down from Bijan to James Cook, but not that bad. I mean, yeah, you got to take this. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're doing that. That's a good deal. Dynasty, 2 QB 12 or 10 team start 8. This is a first and Marv for Tet and Dart. So you're essentially paying a first for Dart in a 10 team 2 QB. In a 10 team, I don't know how good I feel about trading a first for Dart. Can we give something else up other than the first? Smile. Can we give up like Hawk and Andrews? You don't need either of those guys. Can we give up like one of your veteran receivers, like a Terry? It's not a bad deal. I don't dislike it. I don't really want to give up your first here. Appreciate you, man. Zach the Saint. This is Jaden Daniels or Herbert. If Daniels is healthy, you start Daniels. And then Dart with the rushing upside. I still trust Herbert a little bit more. Herbert's got the commies. They're actually going up against each other. I would expect that to be a higher scoring game, honestly. This is Jordan Mason, Kyron, Harvey. So definitely Harvey, definitely H-An, JJ, Puka, Ferguson. And then we're looking at, in your flex, JSN for sure. And then it's between Worthy and Adams. I think we have to go Worthy because there's no Rashee right now, and Adams has to contend for Puka, who's dropping like 50 points a game right now. That's a great starting lineup, dude. Braden said, if I get to start sitting, can you get it done in the next 30? Yes, sir. I'm in track to get all these done before the start of the game. So I got you, Braden. Just follow this link, and I will get that answered for you. Average said, if we do the Mother Flocker sub on the site, will the live team review we get clipped and sent to our email? Average Joe, if you sign up for the Mother Flocker tier using code domain and you submit a voucher to get a redraft team reviewed tonight, then I will do it on the stream, and we will get that sent to you through your submission on the site within the next 24 to 48 hours. Like the whiteboard, we will get that sent to you. I'll review it on stream though. So yeah, if you just follow that link and you want to sign up for the annual Mother Flocker tier, make sure you sign up for the annual Mother Flocker tier and make sure you use code domain, and then you'll have a voucher you can submit. It's called the whiteboard, and I'll do that for you on stream. All right, this is a redraft 10 team start 8. This is Genty for CeeDee Lamb. Ooh. Can you afford this at running back? You have Hampton and Scattaboo, and that's it. Wide receiver. You have Nico, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Sutton. Oh, gosh. Ooh, I don't know, bro. I don't know, dude. I think I would hold Genty here. I think I would hold Genty. You need the running backs more than you need the wide receivers. Appreciate you. This is Svornich. We have Drake May, J.K. Dobbins, 12 team starts and PPR for Bo Nix and Devonta Smith. Ooh, not bad. That's not a bad down tier. capping your ceiling with a guy like Bo Nix. It's a 12 team though. You have Lamar, Geno. Okay. Let me make sure there's no one else on this team that I would like much prefer, but I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, I'm all right with this. I think it's fair. I'm good with that move. Appreciate you, man. What's up, guys? What's up? One of the only guys in the league who will trade. Let me know your thoughts or counters. So this is a redraft. Lamar and Jamar Chase for Hampton, JJ, and Caleb. Take it. Take it. I don't care about this down tier from QB if you're getting two premier productive assets that are outproducing Jamar Chase right now and will rest of season. Yes. Good question there, man. I like that deal a lot. Being able to get the Hampton and JJ side. This is Kyron and Kittle in a dynasty for Scatterboo and Chase. What? In a dynasty? Brother. What the heck? That's not even close. You take that and run. Take Chase and run. Redraft. This is a 10-team start 8 PPR. Drake May, Bucky Irving, Rombodunze. For Allen, Sutton, and Adams. No. No. I prefer Rum over Sutton, and I've got obviously Bucky well over Adams. You're paying to up tier here at QB. You're 1-3. Got Pickens, AJ Brown, BTJ, Hall, Monty, and Mason. Why don't you what? No, don't do this. Try this. What if you do May and BTJ for Josh Allen and Sutton? That way you raise your upside at QB a little bit. Or like Adams, unless your guy's like super low on BTJ's outlook for the rest of the season. You may have to do this, but I'm fine with this. But no, I don't want to give up Roman Bucky here. All right. We've got Water Gun Tommy here. This is start sit Marks or Pollard. Basically, I would start. Oh gosh, pretty ugly. We've got Houston taking on the Ravens, and we have Pollard on Tennessee. Tennessee can't do anything. Tennessee can't do anything. Start Marks. Marks just dropped 30. I mean, Pollard's dropping 30 in your dreams. Like, I don't know. I know now he's going to drop 30, but I feel a lot better about taking the shot on Woody Marks this week. Neither of the offenses look good, but Houston looks better. James Cook, Igbuka, Tet, Tyler Warren, and then in your last flex, it's Wandell versus Pollard versus Warren. Or no, the Steelers are on bye, actually. Okay, so Wandell or Pollard. I'm fine taking the shot on Wandell this week. Good question there, Watergun. Shoemake. We got Allen and Dak at QB. We have Walker and Kyron at running back. We have Jamar Chase at wide receiver, Jake Ferguson at tight end. And in our flex, got to start Addison. And then it's basically Harvey, Michael Carter, or Josh Downs. Let's go Harvey. Harvey's coming off a good week. Snap share is going up as well. Good question there, Shoemake. The man Don. The man Dan. Hi, would you drop Keon Coleman for Rashad White? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would. Bucky Irving's been in a boot during practice, which means he might be missing like a significant amount of time. He's technically listed as questionable. He is, quote, week to week and unlikely to play in week 5. Week to week means he might miss 2 or 3 weeks. So if that's the case, yeah, I'm okay doing that. I'm okay dropping Keon for Rashad White. In the short term, you're going to get more production upside from Rashad. Appreciate you, man. This is Relentless, Baker and Trevor at QB. Then we've got CMC at running back. We also have Judkins, Garrett Wilson, Jamar Chase. Then your other guy, definitely A.J. Brown. Hawk at tight end. And then your last flex, Kareem Hunt. Looks like a viable flex option here. Khalil Shakir. Okay, we're going Shakir. There you go, man. Appreciate you. This is a trade question. Redraft 10 teams, start 8 PPR. This is Genty, Rashad White, and Shakir for James Cook. And a 10-team start 8. Sure. Yeah, I mean, Cook is going nuts right now, and he's in a better offense. I'm good taking Cook here. It's a 10-team start 8, so the depth doesn't matter as much. Wilson Simmons at QB. We've got Caleb Williams. No, Caleb's on. Oops, my bad. Rodgers. You have to start Rodgers because Purdy's out and Caleb Williams on bye. Daniel Jones, Woody Marks, JT, Godwin, AJ Brown, Nico, Warren. Now let's check out our flexes here. Michael Carter and DeMarcado. Jennings is out. Odunze and DJ Moore on bye. Kraft on bye, so you can't flex him. Ooh, it's going to be tough in the flex this week. I think we're looking at probably Charbonnet, hoping he gets a touchdown. And then Michael Carter. Yeah, we'll go Charbonnet and Michael Carter there. So the reason I picked Michael Carter over DeMarcado is Michael Carter schematically is going to take those. He's going to get more carries than DeMarcado is. You saw this kind of reflected at the end of last season, where his 2-week stretch at the end of the year, he had like 10 and 15 points. He got a lot of volume. He's going to be the Benson. DeMarcado is going to be DeMarcado. He's kind of your receiving change of pace back. It will be an even split in terms of snap share, but I would expect to see more carries on the ground for Michael Carter. Appreciate you, man. Again, if you guys want to get your start, sit, and trade questions answered, I'm here for you before the games get going tonight. Follow this link that I just dropped in the comments. It is also pinned. Spidey said, who would be a good replacement to get from a trade after losing Tyreek? I mean, that's a pretty broad question. I need a little more deets there. All right. Let's do this. Let me leave a comment here. And Christians, if you're on the stream, this is a Dynasty trade question with a really generous donation. Avery and I were going to wait to spend some more time on this during tomorrow's stream, if you're okay with that. I'm also going to drop that in the... I'm going to make a comment here on the site real quick for you if you're not on the stream. All right, so this is Calajak, 2-2, other team 4-0. Again, guys, if you are watching right now, haven't dropped a like, would really appreciate it if you could drop a like. Helps us out a ton. And again, thanks for coming and hanging out tonight. So we're looking at Cortland Sutton or Cam Scatterbo, 2-2, other teams 4-0. Running back room is down bad. Is it worth it? No. I like Sutton more. Kyron. Yeah, you're not down bad. This is down bad for a week. You have Kyron and Jacobs. You're fine. You're fine, dude. No. I'm not making this move. Hold Cortland Sutton. Original Eric. Appreciate you, man. This is Travis Etienne and Justin Jefferson for James Cook and Jamar Chase. So, okay. Downgrade at wide receiver. Upgrade, big upgrade from Etienne to James Cook. I'll take Cook and Jamar Chase here. I know it's kind of a gamble because Chase has been really, really disappointing since Browning has been QB there. But I think it's worth, honestly, I think it's worth just the upgrade at running back. Yes, sir, Zach. The queue just doesn't load up everything when it's like really full. So I just saw yours come in a couple minutes ago. You're down here. You're in the line. I got you. Relentless said Nathan Hampton didn't show for my start set. Oh, that's weird. Well, definitely start Hampton. I would start Hampton over like the last flex guy that I recommended for you. Whoever was like my last resort there, you just put Hampton in there and replace him. All right, so this is a trade question from Pookie. This is Nico and Downs for Rome. Okay, so a little bit of an up tier here. I don't hate this at all. I'm good with this. I think it's fair. I like the Rome side. I'm good with you making this move. Purdy may miss more weeks. Yeah, I know. It sucks. It really does suck. We're big Purdy fans too. So this is Saquon and Kittle for Fields and Hampton. Burden for Kincaid. Don't know what to do with George Kittle. No, I'm not trading away Burden for Kincaid. Don't know what to do with George Kittle. I mean, if you can hold George Kittle, that's what I would do. I'm good with paying Saquon to get Hampton for the long-term security. But why don't we trade away Kincaid instead of Kittle? I would do Kincaid and Krosky Merritt and Saquon before I did Saquon and Kittle. This is what I would rather do mostly. Let me know if that makes sense, man. Appreciate you. Tony, this is a Dynasty 1QB 12 team start 8 PPR. Chase Brown and Travis Hunter for Rasheed. Yes. Yes, you will not regret that in 2 weeks. Yep. 100%. I don't even care what your context is. Nothing like just take Rasheed. Take Rasheed. Jay's Fantasy. Would you make this trade or hold Chase? This is another Dynasty 12 team start 8 for Marv. No. We're holding Chase here in a Dynasty. Definitely not making this move. I don't believe this is Dynasty. If this is redraft, I'm still holding Chase here. This is not enough for me. I would still wait it out with Chase. Appreciate you, man. Tricky Vic offering Evans or Cup. Still trade if Cup/Kamara. So Rashad White, Romeo Dobbs, and a Dynasty for Kamara and Evans. How are you even able to pull this off? I would take Evans over Cup. Still trade if Cup Kamara. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine taking the shot on Kamara here, regardless. But no, I would take Kamara and Evans here, hands down, in a Dynasty. All right, so this is a start sit from Chris. Appreciate you, man. Can you help me with my sit lineup? I have some injuries. Yeah, no problem, bro. I got you. So Quinshawn, Ashton Genty, Puka, Igbuka, Waller versus Strange. I'm not going to lie, dude. Strange is not a bad start right now either. Let's kind of compare here. Waller had 17 points off of 4 targets, three catches, and 2 touchdowns. So a little more volatile there. Strange is getting more target volume. I think I would start Strange if I were you. Flex. Sutton for sure. And then it's between Downs and Harvey or DeMarcado. Let's go. Harvey's usage went up last week, which was nice. Went up to 41%. Now, granted, they were playing Cincinnati. He's got a tough matchup this week against Philly. I'll have you go Downs. Hopefully that makes sense, man, with the tight end rationale. I would rather follow the targets than the touchdowns because I trust it a little bit more. I trust Brenton Strange's volume. Be Grumpy. We got Hurts, and then we got Javonte and Judkins and Kyron. So have to start Javonte. Have to start Kyron tonight. And then our last flex spot, so Garrett Wilson and Jacoby at wide receiver, Juwan Johnson at tight end, and then Quinshawn versus Monty versus Rachaad White versus Mason. I'll go with Quinshawn here. I trust him the most. Appreciate you, man. All right, Pay Micah. What's up, man? This is Zach in the chat. This is a Dynasty 2 QB, 12 teams, start 10 PPR, Superflex, I assume. This is Ladd, Monty, and then Connor the third. Honestly, at this point, is nothing. So Ladd and Monty for James Cook and 2 first. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I would do this. Yep. 1 and 3 and underperforming. Yeah, if you're underperforming, here's the thing. You're getting a production upgrade by getting James Cook here, and you're getting future draft capital in case you have to reload because you're currently 1 and 3. So yes, I would make this deal. I like the Cook in the first side. James Cook, in terms of value right now, is not that far away from Ladd with how much Ladd has been falling. And generally, I think Ladd is a hold, but I like that value return for you. All right, Psychality, with what trade should I try Judkins first? Wait, with that trade, should I try Judkins first? Let me look here. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. Probably too late. Oh wait, you can bring it up. Yeah, I'm trying to. We usually mark these and clear them out. Are you? Let me. Is it in here? No, I think I already cleared it. I have to go look in the completed. It's Genty, Shakir, and Rachaad White for James Cook. With that trade, should I try Judkins first? As in, like, trading away Judkins, Shakir, and White for James Cook? I would absolutely try to trade away Judkins before I traded away Genty. 100%. Yes. But no, if in redraft, I absolutely prefer James Cook over Judkins. If you're getting Judkins, if that's what you're saying, getting Judkins over James Cook, no. I want James Cook. But if you're saying Genty versus Judkins, then I would I would give up Judkins before I gave up Genty, if that makes sense. Again, guys, if you want to get your start sits and trade questions answered before the games tonight, I got you. Follow this link that I'm dropping in the comments. It's also pinned for you as well. So I want to try Judkins, White, Shakir, and if he doesn't take it, I'll do Genty, White, Shakir to get Cook and Slayton. Yes. So start with Judkins and then work your way up. But I would absolutely do the Judkins one before I gave up Genty. for sure. All right, we got Average Joe. This is Dynasty. Superflex 10 team start 9. This is CD for JSN and Metcalf. No. I want CD. The couple games that CD Lamb is out right now is not worth down tiering from JSN to get DK on top. I'd want to bet, especially in a 10 team. I'm holding CD here. At this point, you've already held him this long. At this point, I would just stick with him until he's back healthy. This is original Eric, or would you do JJ straight up for CD? So this is Rome, ETN, Tootin for CD and Kamara. I would rather trade Jefferson for CD. I like Rome, ETN. They're both producing right now. Let's do this instead. I agree with you on this idea. Let's do this. Give me CD. Where's Avery? We split up the streams. We stream a lot during the week. So he streamed yesterday. I streamed on Monday. I streamed today. He'll stream another day. So we split them up usually. Yeah, no problem, man. Did you already talk about Michael Carter? Should I start him over Chubb? Feel like it's close. I would start Michael Carter over Chubb. You're going to see a split there where I think the upside is a little bit higher. Did we just get a home run from Bush? Let's go. Come on, Cubbies. We're on the bottom of the 7th. Can use every run we can get right now. That's 3-0. That was a single homer. All right, we got a couple of team reviews here that we can do tonight. So we'll start with policies. We've got policy, we've got Chris, and we've got Bryn is able. Bryn is able is actually Dynasty. So we've got policy and Chris. So let's check these out. Let's do policies first. So policy. Hey guys, I'm looking to improve my wide receiver room. I got the elite QB inside, and if my team is fine the way it is, let me know. I'm cool either way. I appreciate the help. Yeah, no problem, brother. So let's check this out. Your team name is Policy Violators. You're 2-2 right now. In terms of points for, it looks like you are number 1 in the league in points for, but in points against, you are also up there. So a little bit of bad luck, but you've got plenty of production here. It's definitely backed up by your roster. Makes sense. You have the best running back room by far. You've got the elite QB and tight end. You have the best running back room in this league. Who's number 1? Bijan, Etienne, and Chuba is not as good as JT, Genty, Quinshawn, and Henderson. No, sir. No way. Absolutely not. So love your running back room. Wide receivers a little bit weak after Garrett Wilson and Sutton, but I'm not too worried because you're literally flexing Quinshawn here in a start 7. This is a 10-team start 7. So your starting lineup is Daniels, JT, Genty, Quinshawn, Garrett Wilson, Sutton, and McBride. I love that. Absolutely love it. So main point that I would make very, very clear with this format at a 10-team start 7 is I do not care about your depth. I do not care about it. So you have the value to make a couple of up tiers here, and I would absolutely do that. It's 100% worth doing that. So let's make a couple of moves here. I would take Olave and Golden, and I would make an up tier there. And again, I'm going to pull up expert rest of season rankings kind of to gauge market value for these players. But this will be my first move. We'll take Olave. And when you're looking at wide receivers a little bit above him, I would rather have QJ. And I honestly would rather take the shot on BTJ. I think the BTJ's upside is just way too high. to pass up on that. If you could package like Olave and Golden and go try to buy BTJ low and a 10-team start 7, if he starts popping off, that's a league-winning move. And it won't kill you if you end up missing, or if he ends up just being like okay. So those would be 2 targets for me, QJ and BTJ. Let's take Travion Henderson, and let's try to make a move up as well. You can use Gainwell. Again, this would be like a small up tier type of thing. But I would rather have, if you could get up to Javonte. Javonte's very undervalued right now. I mean, based off of the Flock League reactions today, from like people in the comments, they were saying that like the winner was absolutely 100% Nick, which like I think it was a fair deal. I think it made sense for both sides. I think long term Avery just hit a home run, but realistically, like I think it's just a total misconception of the value of Javonte Williams in that offense. I mean, he's outproducing Kyron Williams right now. So that's, if you can get up there, I would totally do that. If not, I would rather just pivot to Scatterboo. Scatterboo's getting work right now. He's not splitting with anybody. I don't think he will once Tracy is back either. Then a third move I would make is actually Alec has been moving up rankings quite a bit, which is great for him. But I do think there are situations that merit higher production upside for some other guys in his value range. Number 1 would be Darnell Mooney. I would still rather take the shot on Darnell Mooney now. He got a little banged up. They've got the bye. They said they're not expecting it to be long term. He should be fine. So I would consider taking Mooney there, or you can try for Khalil Shakir. If you could get Shakir, I would be totally good with that. Josh Downs is another option in that value range. So any one of those guys. Hopefully that makes sense, man, for your team. But again, looking at the guys on waivers. Actually, Josh Downs is on waivers in this league. I would go ahead and drop one of your running backs, one of your lower end running backs. Like I'd drop Kendre Miller and I would go get Josh Downs. Because if Pittman's got a hamstring issue that's gonna linger and he misses a little bit of time, that's gonna be wheels up for Josh Downs. He's gonna get way more targets, a lot more usage. He'll be on the field a lot more. No, Dime Front, you are not crazy. All right, Policy, let me know if you have any questions or follow-ups on this. I think this is a really, really solid roster overall. I love your running back room. Running back rooms like that in a 10-team make me legit so happy. Like, so happy. All right. We're looking at Chris's team now. Sorry, I'm double checking with myself. Again, guys, if you want to get your trade and start sit questions answered here, feel free to follow the link in the comments that I'm dropping in there for you guys right now before the games get going tonight. Oh, no way. Did he get home? Come on, Cubbies. Charbonnet or Walker this week? I think you got to go Walker. He's getting more volume. All right, we got a trade question from Dubs. Appreciate you, man. This is a Dynasty 12-team start 9 PPR. This is Burrow, Geno, and a first for Mahomes, Mason in a second. Burrow and a first for Mahomes, basically. Oh, man. Big price to pay. Big price to pay in a 1 QB. In a 1 QB, I don't know if I want to do this. Who are your running backs? Bucky and ETN, and then you have Neighbors, who you just lost. Yeah, you just lost Neighbors and Burrow. 12-team start 9. No, I'm not making this move. I'm holding your first. It looks like you may have to reload here, bro. Appreciate you. Freezy C, this is a Dynasty 2 QB 12-team start 9 PPR. This is James Cook for 2 firsts, essentially, and Chuba. If you want 2 firsts for James Cook and they really are both early to mid, then I'm fine making this move. I would call this fair. 2 firsts for James Cook is very fair, as long as they're like early to mid. Jack Frost, start sit. Confused on who to start for wide receiver 2 and flex. Tough buys. Yeah, so London's on bye this week. At this point, are we starting Ellick or Hunter? I mean, I'm starting Ellick. Devontae Adams, Tyler Warren, and then flexing Michael Carter or Hunter or Slayton. I would start Michael Carter. I go with the running back here. Man, that's ugly. But again, that's what happens with bye weeks. Like, you're going to have a couple of weeks like this. When your bye weeks are stacked up like this, that means you're not really going to have this issue very often for the rest of the season. So just get through this week and you'll be fine. Yeah, Quinshawn's working his way up there, man. He's close to A tier. If he keeps doing this, man, for a couple more weeks, we're going to get him up there. We've been very cautious who we put in like the A tier rest of the season. But this week, I do think we have Quinshawn. I think we have Quinshawn A tier this week for like the weekly rankings. Dalton. So Christy 1113. They evicted my neighbors. RIP. That's sad. Sounds like you had Malik Neighbors. So let's check out your team here. So we have... Sorry, I was double checking, making sure that there weren't any comments that you had made. Okay. So, Victim My Neighbors, number 2. You are 4-0. You do have Malik Neighbors, so you lost him. That sucks buns, dude. You hit on Igbuka, though. Rashad White's going to be really nice for a couple of weeks. So we can survive this for sure. Definitely in a 10-team start 7. Can't trade. Do not trade Puka in a 10-team start 7. I think the fact that this is a 10-team start 7, honestly, is how this is salvageable with you losing Malik Neighbors. Sorry, my chair is very squeaky. I need to like oil it or something. WD-40. Also, camera, move. Herbert and Goff is fine. Nothing crazy upside-wise there. But looking at your lineup, you are going to have Herbert, Acham, Brees, Puka, Ibuka, McBride, and then your choice of like Shakir or Henderson or Hunter or Jennings or Ellick. Some of that lower end depth, I definitely am going to want you to up tier with, or up tier from, for sure. So let's look at this. Let's look at some trade ideas for you. Let's take, honestly, let's shop around Igbuka. Let's try to get Garrett Wilson. I would rather have Garrett Wilson rest of the season over Igbuka because there's less competition there. Obviously, it's not as good of an offense, but I am worried about Godwin coming back and Mike Evans coming back healthy and what that might do for his floor. I think he's still going to have the same ceiling that he's showcased. But again, once you start taking away some of these touchdowns, he's having really, really low, not super productive days. So that's something I would look for. Or since you are 4-0, try and get Rashee Rice. I would move Ibuka and try to get Rashee Rice, potentially even plus. that, like you can thank me later for that if you can pull that deal off. Looking at another trade here again, if you can just trade Travion and you can get Cam Scatterby at this point, just do it. If you want to trade Henderson and get Javonte Williams, just do it. Pay a depth piece, pay Alec, pay Travis Hunter, pay Jawan Jennings. Does not matter to me. I would do any one of those. And then I would try to sell Rachaad White high, honestly. See if the Bucky owner, who owns Bucky in this league? Oh, this guy's 1-3 and he just lost Bucky. Try to sell Rachaad White high. So I would sell Rachaad White. I would try to get Montgomery back, or I would try to get Olave back because he is like desperate at this point. So those would be my two targets when you're moving off of Rachaad White. Hopefully that makes sense. But again, as a 4-0 team, like I really do think that you're going to be fine here. Breece Hall, honestly, if you can't pull off that move with Rachaad White, I would also recommend trying to trade Breece Hall. I would pivot to Judkins, or I would just go get Kyron Williams. If you could get Kyron or Judkins by moving off of Breece Hall, I would go ahead and do that if I were you. See if you can't swing that. See if you can't pull that off. But yeah, great tight end grade. I'm not doing anything there. QB is serviceable. Wide receiver is still fine because you have Puka Nacua. You have the best wide receiver. You have the best fantasy asset in fantasy this season. And then running back, you have a little bit of depth to work with there. You're fine, Norris. No biggie. Dalton says, Nathan, you're the GOAT. I've been skipping a lot of messages, dude. I can't answer all the messages, but I'm doing my best for you guys. Judkins just needs to get a few targets in the passing game to be elite. I mean, he's already getting a few targets. So, I mean, he looks phenomenal. Maybe with Gabriel, we see Judkins get some short passes or screens as well. I would love to see that. Gabriel, at the very least, is going to be more mobile than Flacco will be. So if Gabriel can kind of navigate his way through the pocket when he's under pressure and find his actual check down, like Judkins would be, then that would be awesome. Sorry, I don't mean to spam you. Do you think Javonte will keep this workload for the whole season? If he does, would he be in contention for a top 3 to 5 running back season? Probably more like a top 10. He still isn't going to have like the ceiling that some of your premier running backs in the league have. There are so many good running backs in the league right now, guys. Like, it really is going to end up being health who finishes as an overall top 5 running back. But I would say Javonte will finish as like a low-end running back 1, which is great. But no, I don't think anyone's going to eat into that workload. I just think that they are going to have to throw the ball a lot, pass the ball a ton. They're not going to run it like a crazy amount because they're going to be down a lot. They're going to have to keep up because their defense is so bad. So shut up, Avery. Domain does not support Yankee baseball. We support the Cubbies, though. Yay. They're up 3-0 right now in the top of the 8th. Oh, gosh. They got a guy they have a runner in scoring position right now. San Diego does, and only an out. Ugh! Scares me. All right, Chris, hopefully that makes sense for your team. Again, appreciate you submitting this, and we will get your whiteboard to you within the next 24 to 48 hours. Got Judkins in my home league in a 16-man at the end of the 7th and got Clown there as well. Judkins' hate was big beginning of the season. Truthers won, man. And the end of the 7th, in a 16-man, that's crazy. It's like the freaking 12th round. Is it me or does it smell like Dalton in here? Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to refresh here. Got a trade question from Schmillo. This is a Dynasty 8-team start 10 PPR 2QB. Rashee Rice for Chuba and Ladd. No. And an 8-team, no thank you. Nope. Holding on to Rashee Rice. Do not trade Rashee Rice. Do not trade Rashee Rice. Link will be sent to you if you're not on the stream. Do not trade Rashee Rice. I hope you can hear this. I hope you're listening. Do not trade Rashee Rice in a Dynasty League. No thank you. Psychalities sending a trade question. Yeah, I got you, bro. About to get an Oreo milkshake. It's a good night. Ooh, where at? Shake and Steak? Where are you at? Shake and Steak or like Chick Flick? Nathan will be in the toilet bowl, Norris. Nathan low-key might smack your team this year, Avery. I mean, I did week 1. So I'm 1-0 so far. In that way. But I'm, 0-3 against everyone else in the league right now. I legit, I'm so mad I'm not 2-2. As unbiased as I am, I know. My roster is better than some of the teams in the league that are 3-1. Just saying. Rice jersey coming when he's back, October 19th. You're going to have so many jerseys by the end of the day. I really need to get a Judkins jersey at this point. Burger King has the best Oreo milkshakes. Interesting. I have not heard that. I do not remember the last time I was at a Burger King. Psychality, he doesn't want White anymore. This is too much. Genty, Shakir, and Keenan Allen for James Cook. And it's a 10-team start 8 and a redraft. Who's your start 8? Baker, Quinshawn, Jacobs, JSN, Puka, McBride, James Cook, Godwin. That's your 8. And then you have Dobbins as depth. You would have Ferguson as depth. Giving up a lot of depth here, but I don't really care about Keenan and Shakir in a deal where I'm getting up to James Cook right now. Again, Genty, if he keeps doing this, is going to get closer to James Cook, but it's just a better situation. Genty could be a little more inconsistent this year. So I'm still good taking Cook here. All right, guys, last chance to submit your trade questions, start sit questions, etc. I'll drop it in the chat for you one more time. Give you a minute or two to submit. And if not, then we'll call it and hope you guys have a good time watching the game tonight. Hope the game is more exciting than it sounds at this point with all the injuries going on. Way too many injuries. Way too many. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it's such a tough choice with Genty rest of the season. Yeah, Genty coming off a 30-pointer is, he looks really good. But again, he's just starting to do what James Cook has been doing all month. So. Yeah, Slayton 2, again, doesn't move the needle for me. Should I trade Sutton for Rashee? If you're 4-0, yes. If you're 1-3 or 0-4, then you can't really afford it. All right, guys. We're going to call it there. So, again, really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out tonight. Kyle said he's 2-2. I honestly can't. I can't blame you for doing that at all. I'm fine with it. I think I'm going to offer Judkins, Keenan, Shakir first. Yeah, no, Psychality, yes. I would definitely offer that first. So, good luck this week, guys, with your matchups, with your games. Hopefully you fare better than I've been faring in the Flock League, and don't lose by stat corrections. So Appreciate you all. We will see you again soon, and don't be a stranger. Keep submitting your trade questions, start sits. We'll be getting to all of them for you, so I don't want to leave you hanging. Have a good one, everybody. Toos.